Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of CaseyBuilds Live. We've been working on the Batwing, and it's a very impressively sized creation here. And we got a little over halfway done yesterday. We'll be finishing up today. So, yeah, might as well just start building. Oop. There we go. Okay, let's flip on over to the build cam. Hello there, Mike 16. All right. We're gonna need a little extra room. So this thing, it's a very impressive footprint.
Wing print?
Sure, wing print, yeah. Huh. This is interesting. We're layering this up in a way that it's going to leave, there's a gap in here
Mind the gap?
that makes it, maybe this is going to look like some venting perhaps. Not quite sure. Usually with as robust as everything else has been in this set so far, not having things be perfectly solid seems it's different than the rest of the set. So I'm surprised to see the gaps in there. So there must be a reason for it, since everything else in the set so far has been so complete. So we'll see where this ends up going, but my guess is this is meant to be some kind of venting, kind of heat sink or something. Just have to wait and see where it ends up fitting on this thing. It does, however, gradually taper. It isn't the same angle through the whole thing. Even this has a curve to it. You can see it actually goes like that. So even with this sort of thing, they're still creating all sorts of interesting curve bits. Okay, so that goes up there, like that. Yeah, okay. The plan form. Okay, there we go. Yeah, this has a impressive plan form. That's a good word. Okay, looks like we get to build another for the opposite side. Hello there, MD Cordy. Just before the stream started, Cordy sent me a picture of his fresh license plates on his car, and I'm jealous because I still haven't gotten mine, which I ordered back in I think May. So it's been no. So I've been waiting 6 months now for my new license plates to show up, and no idea whatsoever when that order will finally be fulfilled. Nothing finishes off a car like putting a nice custom license plate on it. So, I feel like my new car has been incomplete this whole time. We'll just throw that right back there. Yep, opposite side. Nice and solid. Yeah, despite the fact that it has all the open venting going on, it's still nice and solid, like everything else on this. Rats. Everything else on this set has been. Well, that just ruined all of Lex's beautiful work on this tray. Whoops-a-doodle. Oh well.
If you didn't like the way I arranged it, you could have just told me.
Nuts. Okay. So, Cordy actually sent me a link yesterday after asking about the Technic pieces and about why the Technic pieces have holes in the tops of the studs. And there was not, he found a link to a thread where people were offering various suggestions, which all amounted basically to people hypothesizing sort of the same way that I was yesterday. And there were a few different theories. One, certainly like the one that I had that is a matter of the plastic creation with extra stuff in there. It makes it a little bit harder to push the tops out. Another one was with it's just a matter of amount of plastic used, and that would be just a little bit less plastic, which would make the pieces just a little bit cheaper. Another one was that all of the tops of the studs have Lego printed on them normally, and that extra little printing of the Lego word changes the clearance just enough that on a set like a Technic set where the level of precision is higher than a normal Technic set, or than a normal Lego set, that might be enough to make it not work. But one of the things that I liked the most was on the bottoms of the Technic pieces, which I don't have any to show right now. The bottoms of the Technic pieces actually have offset holes in addition to the pins that would let you theoretically get them off by a half instead of a whole. And perhaps on one of these upcoming trays I'll be able to show that a little bit better. I don't really have a piece right now that I can show that with. But lots of theories. Yes, Taco Cub motored briskly away. Yes, it's all good. He's going to ride his motorcycle around for the next, well, I think he said he was gonna ride it for about a half an hour to get the battery recharged, and then by that point in time he should be through with a lot of his old gas, and he doesn't want to mix the old gas with the new gas. So He's got an afternoon of riding ahead of him. But thank you once again for the emergency FaceTime help. Taco Cub was also very appreciative. There's a roar of a motor off in the distance right now. Perhaps he's doing laps around my place. Oh. Welcome back, Open Build Repeat. I still really like that name. Yeah, when black and red are my favorite colors, it kind of works out that everything sort of just matches. So it's nice. Nice that way. Okay, more venting. Let's see here. That's gonna go over here. I think. How's that attach? There we go. Yeah, there's a lot of these kind of blade vents, kind of like a Ferrari Testarossa. Which, let's see here, come to think of it, this Batman movie came out in 1989. So it would have been, if this Batwing had been designed looking at other things that were modern for that time, I don't suppose it would be all that far-fetched to think that they would have looked to something like a Testarossa for inspiration. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Alright, we're going to be working on the cockpit area here. Let's see here. Just make a nice rounded wall the whole way down here. Funny, the Batwing also, I don't think it was even really on screen in the movie all that much. Which is just makes it surprising how iconic it is.
I know it's a good design.
Yeah. Like Lex just said, that's how you know it's a good design. Okay. Does Lex have a copy of the instructions that she uses during her knolling? No. She just opens up, tears into the bags, and goes for it. Which is different than when my dad is helping. Because when he is helping me with the build and laying things out, he definitely has the instructions opened, because not only does he sort the pieces out, he hands them to me by step. And I very much appreciate both of the ways they help. Uh-oh. That's true. It looks like when the Batwing flies in front of a full moon, it definitely has that bat signal-y sort of look to it. Wow, no extra pieces on this tray.
That's unusual.
Yeah, this set hasn't had a whole lot of extra pieces, as Cordy noticed yesterday.
Maybe they're refining their process.
Well, I think there's also just fewer smaller pieces. There's a lot of the larger ones, and so it's easier. Like, I bet you we're going to have extras of these. Okay. Bag 8 done. On to bag 9. I'll hold this up for a second. See, the venting here. It's really... The shape, it's really got a nice feel to it. Okay, gotta put that up there. Now we're working on, oh, who knows what this could be. Part of the tail section, maybe? I'm not sure. Cordy, I thought when I got on today, I half expected you to mention that you took it upon yourself to write Lego a strongly worded email regarding the use of rubber bands. How you felt like it was cheating. Which I don't disagree with. Oh, do I have any pieces I can show? Nope. Nope, not yet. Each time I get a tray here, I'm going to look to see if I have any of those Technic pieces that I can show you what I mean by the half pin holes on the bottom. Oh, actually there's some up here that I can use, but...
You'll have some in the last bag.
Yeah. There will be one coming at some point.
Last time.
These 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and yeah. That'd be great. Get the word out. Let them know that there's such a professional stream going on that they should know about, and they should send me sets ahead of time that I could review for people. would be amazing. Oh, whoops. Only one. Chapter 2. It would be great is if they would want to send me their sets ahead of time and I'd build through and they could offer constructive criticism on some of their instructions. Most of the time they're pretty good, but every once in a while I definitely feel like I could give some feedback on the ideas they've had. This is a really cool piece. I don't know if I've seen this one before, but it's very Batman-esque. Very, very Batwingy. That's an 8. So, one of the pieces that I always think is really neat, they have, so, see this fellow here, a standard flat 1x3 piece with holes on the bottom, as one would expect. If it'll come into focus. There we go. But they also have something that's very similar looking with the holes on the top, like Cordy noticed yesterday, where it's a 1x3, it's flat, it's the same dimensions, same thickness, same placement, same everything. The only difference, the only difference is on the bottom, it doesn't have holes, and it is in fact flat. So what that means is you use these to give a flat finish on surfaces. And we used a lot of those in the Nintendo set, I believe. But it's always weird to me when you get to these pieces where you're used to having studs on one side and having the opening hole areas on the other that the studs go into. And when you have something like this that gives a flat finish, actually no, I lied. It was the piano that had a whole lot of these. It's just kind of weird. Especially when you have a step like this where you have both kinds and you need to make sure you're using the right one in the right spot. Oh, gotta flip this thing over now. Okay. Man, that is a whole lot. That is a big flat area with a whole bunch of stuff that you could attach stuff to. This goes up here. Especially weird to have these flat finishing bottom pieces. Presumably we're going to be making another one of these and it's going to go exactly right next to it, and so you wouldn't even be able to see the hole openings on the bottoms of these anyway. So that's interesting choice. Wonder why they did that. No idea. It doesn't seem to really add much value other than letting you get to use this interesting piece when you don't really need it. Oops, did I double tap? I did. There we are. These are more semi-structural kinds of things here. Do not know the purpose of what we're doing on the bottom down here yet. Suppose we'll see that soon. This wing definitely looks like it can be adjusted, so it might be... I don't know. But once again, with this one, we're doing the same sort of thing where we have we're building this way, but there's a lot of studs coming out this way, which is what allows us to attach it sideways to the back of this thing the way we are. I think that's one of the things that I probably noticed most with most of the recent sets that have come out in the last year or two is they've really started to embrace having these pieces move around and go in different directions. It seems to be happening a lot more in more current sets, new sets. Used to be where you would have a few sideways pieces here or there, and it would just be to kind of hang something off of. They weren't meant to necessarily be structural in any kind of a way. But it would be like if you go to Ghostbusters headquarters, the building needed to look like it had bricks up the side of the building. So you'd have a few of these sideways ones, and then you'd finish it off with a flat piece, like one of these guys. And it sticks out just far enough to make it look like it's a brick. And so it's kind of how they used to use them, and now they're using them more and more to really hold things together. So, just interesting to see what sort of building techniques develop and how they shift over time, seeing the sorts of things that they do. Yeah, see, so even though this side could have had holes along the bottom of it, because now it's just butting up against this one right here. Doesn't hurt anyone having it be flat the way it is, but it sort of doesn't really add anything either. So sort of odd choice. That's just the rest of the pieces. Okay. We need to build 2 of these. And these will finish off this tray as well. Okay. Okay, 2 of whatever these are. I'm guessing these will be put out somewhere here that will effectively be stands, because you want to have, this used to be flat across the bottom, and now having these on here it is not, and so you'll want to have something that when we flip it back over keeps it all level. So that's what these will do. Figure out where it's supposed to go. Okay, done with bag 9. On to bag 10. Thank you. Okay, more interesting shapes. Okay, that finishes off that area right there. Let's do the other one. Okay, flip it back over. Whew. Yeah, so now there's, it kind of has the appearance of floating on the table because of those things that we put down there, and maybe that's what the things on the bottom are for, is to make it actually look like it's floating just a hair. A lot of times when they have these sort of ship-like things, they do the sort of thing in the Star Wars sets a lot. When things are kind of supposed to hover, they try to raise it up off the ground just a little bit, and they do it in such a way that you can't really see it, so they move it inwards to give it the appearance that it's actually floating. So that is certainly a technique that they might have been employing here. Where do you guys go? You guys go up here. Oh, shoot. Oh. I knocked a piece off. I wasn't sure where it went, but it was obvious. Okay. Put that away now. Still not sure where this piece is going to go. tell you that once we're done, we're probably going to have to build another one. That's the exact mirror. Probably didn't need to tell you guys. You probably knew that. Looks like a little torpedo. Alright, that is going to attach in here. There we go. It is not terribly sturdy yet, but I have a feeling we're going to put something on top of here which will really pull it together. While I don't love the rubber band technique that they used earlier, one thing that I would argue is that this entire set has been very, very well thought out. So there's no accidents, there's no mistakes. And I would say, love it or hate it, the rubber band thing, it's effective. So point being, I don't think there's going to be any part of this like this. It's currently a little flimsy, but I'm sure it won't be. As much care that went into this set as it has so far. I'd be surprised if that was left like that. Three. Oh. Last one. Where'd you go? All the way over there. There we go. You know, this is going to sound weird, but one of the things that can really enhance your build experience is well, proper surfaces. Having a nice table to work on is definitely a good thing, but having a good floor to build on is also it can really make a difference. I know that sounds weird, but if you have a floor where things can't really run away or get lost on the infrequent times that you drop a piece here or there, it's nice having the correct proper flooring. Not that you can really plan around that, but probably more if it just turns out the right way for you by accident or luck. It's just a nice thing to have happen. There we go. Yeah, way. Those are there now. almost impossible for me to get that piece where it needs to go with my big old fingers. Got it though. Six and two of those. Nice. That's good. Just keep layering these pieces in, and they just making this really locking everything into place here. That's probably the end of this bag. It is. And with these smaller pieces, we have some extras. On to bag 11. Did we see? No. Okay. Thank you. Okay. These pieces are very interesting, and we're just using them as just some flavor, but like these are just going to be gun barrels. But we saw these pieces also on a Harry Potter set, where we had some stacking stairs that we made a spiral staircase with this, and it was one of the most interesting technical creations that was not technical at all. Can't remember which one it was. I think it was the Great Hall. But it was the first time I had seen one of these pieces, and I was really mystified about the way it worked.
Was it maybe the astrology tower?
Oh, astrology tower?
Or astronomy tower, whatever.
Astronomy? Yeah, not astrology. Astronomy. Yeah, it could have been the astronomy tower. This is going to have to go in here. Let's see if I can get it to fit. I can. Some very, very exact tolerances here with the shapes of these things. Oh, lots of stickers. Okay. One sticker. This one is sticker number 7. This is definitely the sort of sticker that would be useful to have tweezers to apply.
Need help?
Shoot. I might actually need tweezers. Got. Okay, 7 goes on this side. Thank you. 7 over here, and this goes right there, and 6. Which way is this sticker meant to be oriented? Which way does the yellow go? Looks like that way. Way better with the tweezers. These all go across here. And I'm probably going to do some more stickers real quick. Not yet though. Okay. Quick reprieve. This one goes. Still no more stickers. There's definitely more stickers, we just don't have to put them on yet. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Working on the cockpit here. Which naturally, I mean it's not surprising, but this kind of seat area in the cockpit here is very similar to the one that was in the Batmobile, the 1989 Batmobile as well. So looks like they borrowed from that to give some continuity to the sets, which was a wise choice. There's that. Okay. Have some controls. Controls are in place. Okay. Now. All right, lots more stickers. 1, 2. Oops. Wow, two stickers per block. Okay, sticker 8. Eight and 4. Four is oriented this way. Kind of a weird spot for a sticker, but is that right? It is right. And yeah, that's right. Okay. There we go. That's the right spot. Perfect. Okay. And now for the other two stickers. Sticker number 10 goes here. And tiny sticker number 5. Tiny sticker number 5. Which is oriented this way. Okay, got it. This is great. We're blasting through them all right now. We'll be able to just enjoy the rest of the build without worrying about them. Always like eating my vegetables first. We have another piece here where it's studs on one side and then flat on the other, which in a case like this makes a lot of sense. Putting a sticker across a bunch of holes doesn't really work, but putting it on a flat piece like this absolutely does. Doesn't feel there. Right, that needs to go like that. There. Okay, this looks like it's our instrument cluster, our center console. And that sticker is just not on there very well at all.
You want me to do it?
No. There we go. Almost. There. Centered. Okay, now this guy goes in here. Oops. There's that flat spot that goes up against. Okay, yep, like that. There we go. All right, and now for the back of the seat, it looks like. Ooh. Okay. Side bolsters for the seat. Naturally. When you're flying around, definitely want your seat to be holding you in place. Like a nice sports car. Okay. Okay, with the headrest. Nice seat there. And there we go. That is definitely not to minifig scale. But this build would be way less impressive if it was. Okay, what do we have to do here? Oh, once again, flip it around. And, okay. Hello, Mike 16. Read you loud and clear. And as we had yesterday, lots of differently angled pieces to simulate rounded shapes as best we can. Let's see here. Where's this go? Oh, this needs to butt up against that. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, if Lego hadn't figured out the whole white outline on the black piece thing, This set would be near impossible. How would you rate the Batman movie this Wing appeared in compared to other Batman movies? Good question. This was where, yeah, this was the first Batman movie. I think, well, I really liked the Dark Knight movies a lot. That trilogy. They were darker and grittier. This one was still dark, but it was It was kind of light-hearted darkness. Yeah, Tim Burton did this one. It's a fun movie. I think they did a great job. I think Jack Nicholson is a great Joker, and I feel like he kind of set the bar, and then they've been doing a really good job with all of the later Batman movies of finding Jokers who play it just a little bit differently, and they're all of the Jokers. Seems like it would be just such a great role to play. It seems like actors who take on the role really have a lot of fun with it. But I would say if I had to pick my favorite, I would say the Dark Knight ones are better. I like them more, but I do still think that this one is a fine movie.
I would say the Dark Knight movies are just a good movie, where this one's like entertaining, but it's definitely a superhero movie. If you know what I mean.
Yeah. You know, I thought Jared Leto... I don't like Jared Leto. I think he's annoying. But aside from him just being somebody that I don't care for, I didn't think he did a terrible job with the role.
In the way that Joker should be.
Yeah. I think people love to jump on the I hate Jared Leto bandwagon. And I certainly am not a big fan. But he played the role correctly, I think. I think this Batman has a special place, though, just because it was
the first.
It started it all off. It was the first one.
If we're not counting TV Batman.
Yeah, if we're not counting TV Batman. Okay, and we have one more sticker to apply here, and then we'll be done with stickers until we get to the final plate on the thing. The big sticker. There we go. Okay. Problem with putting stickers on the black pieces is unless you have the shine exactly right, it's kind of hard to see where you're at. So you got to get the shine. There we go. So you can get it nice and level on there. All right. Okay, so this has this is a openable little spot here, and I don't know I can't remember what that is. Or if it even is something. It might not be. It might be... Oh! Ha! I should have looked at the sticker more closely. So, I don't know if you can read it on there. You probably can't. Nope. Oh, I'm going to knock over everything. It actually says Bat Engine. So just kind of a, you name everything a bat, whatever. A joke calling it the Bat Engine. That's cute. Kind of a little Easter egg on there. It's fun. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. I like that. I could tell you what the worst Batman movie is, though. That's a no-brainer. Batman and Robin, which was the one that had George Clooney, and it was so we had Batman and Batman Returns with Michael Keaton. Then they mixed things up and they got Val Kilmer to do Batman Forever, and that one wasn't great. It was fine. And then Batman and Robin came out that had Chris O'Donnell as Robin, George Clooney as Batman, Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze. Ugh, that one was that was a terrible movie.
I actually thought Schwarzenegger was a good Mr. Freeze.
Yeah, he did fine. He did as good as he could have in the role. Yeah, he played Mr. Freeze all right, I guess. It was just not a great movie. And Christopher Bailey, I did not hate Suicide Squad. It wasn't a terribly... Oh, we're done with bag 11. On to bag 12. It wasn't a complicated movie. It didn't challenge you. If you wanted to just go watch a fun... If you just wanted to be entertained, if you just went and watched a movie, watched some stuff explode and stuff, I thought it was fine. It doesn't hold up to Marvel movies if you're looking at them and comparing it to, like, how good a superhero movie can be, but it was just a good action movie, I thought. A fine action movie. I don't know if I'd say good, but it was fine. I didn't dislike them. I was entertained. Okay, so we're gonna put some red tools into the Bat engine. Oh, Star Trek V. Oof. Yeah. Yeah, not everything can be as good as the new Star Treks. Okay, we need to build 2 of these. I'm going to double these up. Oh, you enjoyed 5. Well, I guess that's the case of if you don't need to be critical about a movie, if you just want to go in and enjoy it, then it's certainly easier to enjoy movies if you want to. So, I do not think any less of you for enjoying Star Trek V. I personally, when I'm going to watch a movie, I'm not. My goal is not to be super critical of the movie. I'm going to shut my brain off for a couple of hours, enjoy some popcorn. Huh?
You want to be transported.
Yeah. You're welcome, Chris. But obviously, if we were going to pick the best Star Trek movie, I'm going to have to say Generations. It's the best of both worlds right there. Ah, Will Arnett is Batman. Yeah, well, he is able to He is able to be a parody of the role perfectly. Yeah, see, Chris, you thought I was going to talk about the new flawless Star Trek movies that are out, and I know how you feel about those, but if I'm being totally honest, I Star Trek Generations for me is it was perfect. We did. Yeah, I was really excited watching Lower Decks when... No, not Lower Decks. We've watched so much Star Trek recently. I can't remember now. At one point we saw, in some episode of something, we saw, what's his name, Cochrane, and I think it might have been the original series. Anyway, we're getting way off topic here. This is Batman. We should be focused on the Batman. Uh-oh. I'm looking forward to the next Batman movie. The Batman. Yes. These are some pretty cool looking guns. Kind of a Gatling gun. A rail gun or something. Yeah, those look pretty good. Bat guns. Alright. Bat gun. There we go. Alright, 8 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, and we are on bag 12, which means this is going to be... bag 13 is a quick bag, and that all that's left with that one is to build a display stand for this guy. So we are looking at the end of it. Looks like we're going to build the cockpit, and this thing will pretty much be done. So we'll see how all of this comes together. We do have bat flaps here. I'm just going to, when I talk about anything right now, I'm just going to do the needful and preface it with the word bat, as one does. But yeah, this movie I would say has a campiness to it. I would say this Batman, so the original one, just Batman, is a little bit better than Batman Returns, which was the second one with Michael Keaton. That one had Michelle Pfeiffer and Danny DeVito as Catwoman and the Penguin. And everybody played their parts well. It was just sort of almost a little too serious. It's too silly. It was dark but silly at the same time. And it just was sort of weird. Whereas this one, it worked. It was all dark. It wasn't too silly. It wasn't too serious, but it wasn't too silly. Bat campiness. Yes, exactly. Yeah, this one almost kind of bridged the gap of taking the absolute ridiculous, almost kind of slapstick Batman of Adam West, and then darkening that a little bit, as opposed to the Christopher Nolan The Dark Knight trilogy that took itself extremely seriously and was just a very dark movie. And it was good as a dark movie. But just different kinds of movies. Oh, Adam West's the da, 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 da. Yeah. Yeah, it's remarkable how much confidence Adam West had. He was able to bring to the character.
When he was wearing a leotard.
It was very impressive. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. Okay, so we have a vertical stabilizer here that can lay flat. I'm not sure if it's meant to be stationary, if we're going to put something else in here that'll lock it into place, or if it's meant to be adjustable. But we'll find out soon. I think Adam West is one of those guys that must just have such a great sense of humor to be okay with everything. And he does so many cameos where he sort of makes fun of himself. I think that's pretty awesome. Ooh. Maybe when the world stops ending and Seven Stars reopens and we can actually have a proper night of beverages once again, maybe Chris will do the bat dance for us. That'd be nice. Oops. Wrong little piece. That one has a stud, and it's not supposed to. Once again, I feel like the order, I wish that they would have you build the stand first and not last, because I feel like you should end on a high note. And the stand, while important and something that that's supposed to lay flat. I appreciate seeing the sorts of creativity they put into the stand, but I wish they would have you do that first. Because once the Batwing itself is done, anything else you end up building after that sort of anticlimactic. So if you build the stand first, you could finish this off and then be done. It'd be the grand finale. Alright, where do these pieces go? Looks like here. And like Cordy said, thank goodness they figured out the outlines on these things. This set would be absolutely impossible without that. Okay. Okay. These ones go down first, and these ones. All right. Make more projectiles here, and the observant builder here can tell that these projectiles that we're building are not actually meant to shoot. Because if they were, we'd see that silly little graphic that Lego puts on any step where something can fire to make sure that you don't poke your eye out with it. Yeah, that's actually a really good point, Cordy. I suppose I could have just ripped open bag 13 and started with that. You know, I hadn't considered that, and maybe I'll think about that in future builds. And do just a little bit of homework. Yeah, these weapons are purely ornamental. Little rockets. They are not meant to be launched at all. Two, and two. Well, I'd still be following the directions. I would just be following the directions in a different order. It doesn't feel totally wrong. Yeah, it's still pretty wrong. Okay, this has to go back there. Okay. All right, now we get to build the glass dome. Not in the right spot. There we go. I have a feeling I'm going to want to put these together, yeah, like this. Look at me. I'm not following the directions. I'm doing them out of order. Because it'll help this go together more solidly. So I didn't read too much about this set, but one of the things I did read is that people were complaining about this. That it should have been perhaps a custom-sized printed piece specific to this set, because this, for some reason, they didn't like the shape of this. Maybe I'll feel differently when I get it on there, but I personally think it's more impressive when they get close to the right shape using existing pieces than when they cheat and print new pieces just to get things exactly right. So okay, now does this just sit in there? I suppose it does. If it come right out, I wonder if there's going to be anything that locks it down. Not really. I am only slightly more offended by the fact that there's nothing really holding this into place. So if you were running around like a madman playing with this thing and turn it upside down, this would just fall right off. Maybe. Yeah, maybe not. I guess it's snug enough. Okay, that's the end of bag 12. That's the end of the Batwing. And now we build up our little stand. Uh-oh. Lost a piece. Got a runner. Okay. Put this back over here. Thank you. Alright, now we get to build our little Joker. Yeah, one of the things that I really like about the Joker is it seems like every single time a Batman movie comes out and a new Joker comes out, every single time people are like, there's no way you're going to be able to do a better job. Like when Heath Ledger was supposed to take on the role, and people were saying, there's no way that he could ever do better than Jack Nicholson. And he just absolutely crushed it. Then, well, anyway. I like all the various Jokers. I'm also going to go out of order and put this sticker on now so that I don't need to worry about stickers for the rest of the build. Does have some interesting information on it. Apparently, the maximum speed of the Batwing is 1,400 miles an hour, with a cruise speed of about 800 miles an hour. Huh. Man, 1,400, that's fast. Okay, so you can see on these pieces here, I'm going to do a quick little demonstration. So Cordy was talking about the divots in the tops of these pieces as opposed to the solid ones that are on the top of a normal set. One of the explanations that I really liked when reading about why that is the case with these Technic pieces is that on the bottoms, there's on the bottoms of them, you've got this sort of thing going on, which will make it so that that's not going to work. Since there's all of these holes along the bottom, this would be the normal way to put two pieces together, where the studs go into the bigger openings. But because of the divots, you can actually do a half step over like that, which probably seems completely wild and against the rules. But especially if you're going to be using different gears, trying to get the gear ratios just right, the distance is just right, having it be half a step off like that might actually be necessary to get the gears to line up the right way. So, like I said, there was no definitive answer for why it had to be the way it was, but there were a lot of good theories, and that was one of my favorite ones. Just making the pieces even more useful. Yeah, I'm not familiar with what Mach speeds there, what the different Machs are. Two of these home plate pieces. Mach 1.9. Looks like they want this thing to be able to be strong enough to support that. Chris, I know you mentioned that you wished that the stand had been a little bit bigger to make you feel a little more confident in it. And judging by the size of the Batwing here, just looking at it and not knowing how big this stand is going to end up being, I could totally see how that might be an issue. this guy goes up here. Oh boy, lots of little connectors. Okay, and we're building 2 of them. So we'll just do that right off the bat here. So do Mach speeds not, or is it not a direct mapping of X number of miles an hour equals Mach 1, and then you double that and it's Mach 2? Does the whole Mach thing take, from the sound of it, it sounds like there are other factors for that. And that it's not purely based on your velocity. Oh, sure, speed of sound. Yeah, okay. At what point does fear become a factor? Oops. That's not right. Okay, that's going to be... Two. 2 and 2. Okay. For these guys, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then back over, and we're going to keep doing a bunch of these sideways bits on the other way. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, 2 of these fellas, and let's go here and here. Okay, another set of double duplicate things. Big, wide, broad, standing bits. Okay. This is a dense structure, but it's going to have to be pretty impressive to hold that thing up. I do like how well finished off the stands are when they have you create things like this. There we go. Stick her in place. And this goes over. Gotta make sure it's centered. There we go. Okay, well there's some extra pieces over here. We'll see what that's all for. Just don't really know what that is yet, but let's see if we can get this on here. This is supposed to fit into that spot right there. Whew, yeah, it holds it, but it does feel oddly wobbly. It's somewhat unsettling. Okay, well we're not quite done yet. Now we have to build our display stand for our little people. So we'll put this guy over here, finish this off. Yeah, wobbly. It feels wobbly. I suppose maybe they thought most people might wall mount it with that piece that I was pointing out yesterday, the one that was like the piece that's on the back of the artwork sets, that is designed to be basically a pinhole for a nail to hang it on the wall. So maybe they sort of assumed that more people would be hanging it on the wall, which I don't know, I think that seems like it would be an awfully big assumption to make. Okay, 2 of whatever this is. Oh, gargoyles. They're two little gargoyles. Very Gotham City. Okay. I'm gonna make 2 of these guys here, but this is the first one. Very, very cute little gargoyle. I'd go so far as to say that the stand for this set is the least well thought out part of the entire set. Makes me wonder if it was designed by the same person who did the rest of it. Okay. Two cute little gargoyles there. And it's done up in a way that actually looks like the top of a building. Looks good, and you see the brick behind it. That's a really nice touch. Okay, we have the Bat. We have Penguin, or Joker. We have Mr. Boombox guy. There we go. Oops. Just our Batarang. They do give you instructions for wall mounting too, which is really interesting. As well as what I would call encouragement to do so by having a picture of it in there. Anyway, aside from the stand, that was a really great set. I still have the Batmobile up over here, so I was gonna hold that up as see a comparison of the two next to each other here. Thank you. I'm gonna flip over. Actually, stay on this cam for a second. There we go. Thank you. So we have the big old Batmobile, and we have the Batwing, which are roughly the same scale as one another. The cockpits are about the same size. They definitely look very cool together. Maybe I might be able to show them better from this view. No, that's the right angle. So anyway, they look cool together. I'm gonna have to figure out how to display them downstairs. But very cool set. It's pretty impressive to see. It's nice and large. Anyway, that's it. That's it for today. So thank you all for showing up, as always. Next weekend, I had a talk with Lex about it. The Child set from The Mandalorian came, and she's been dying to put it together, but I think she wants me to do it on a live stream more. So I think next weekend, next Saturday, we're doing the Child. So that should be a quick little one day build, and then we'll be off for Thanksgiving. So thank you all so much. Enjoy the rest of your Sundays, and that's it. See you guys next week.